Hey there, D-Money. You know, with all my subscriptions, D-Darko, Alex Jones, Alien Scientist, I still go out of my way. I try to find a couple of stories might be falling through the cracks, and instead this time I found something I'm going to try to go ahead and prophesize. I'm going to try to beat them to the punch and get the info to you, and then other people start doing it when this happens. But here's the article. Dengue fever, America's next health crisis? Probably. Well, either way, they're trying to already hype up the new one. They're talking about last year, h1n1 killed at least 12,000 people worldwide, which is more people die of common fucking cold. That's exaggerated. But billions of dollars were spent on development and to stymie the virus and blah blah blah. They're saying that this dengue fever is a mosquito-borne illness once contained in Central America and Southeast Asia, now threatens 2.5 billion people in more than 100 countries. The affected areas include wide swaths of the United States and Haiti. Haiti, what are the odds? Where the illness was already endemic before any earthquakes. They're already talking, it's a neglected disease. No attention means there's very little donation money. Money, 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 money. So countries are fending for themselves. Dengue, pronounced dengue, was identified and named in the 18th century. They're just trying to scare you. They're saying you can get it through human contact with mosquitoes. Once you're infected, you can pass it to mosquitoes, people, any blood product. I went ahead and did some searching myself because after finding the article, I wanted to find anybody else backing it up. I couldn't find anybody else that's already calling it the next pandemic, but I did find a lot of info on it. What I did find is that since the 50s, there have been about 40 million cases diagnosed each year, with only 22,000 deaths. Your first encounter with it, they say that you might get a little fever action. That's probably it. During your first infection, you'll get a fever of maybe 103, but that'll be about it. If you become infected again, so that's number one if already, if you're infected again, you may be more susceptible to more serious symptoms, including circulatory failure. CDC has claimed that a handful of countries, including Vietnam, Cape Verde, Malaysia, and the Philippines, are struggling with outbreaks currently. I heard nothing of this, but they've started to warn that dengue infection rates could surge to unprecedented levels. It's the same thing as malaria and all that other horse shit. You're only going to get it if you have open pools of water, if you have a hot, humid environment combined with water shortages. Just don't get bit by mosquitoes. Wear DEET. D-E-E-T. The establishments want you to be scared of this early. They want to drop it on you right around the first time you get sweaty and muggy. First time you're really feeling like, oh man, this is summer. I'm going to be all sweaty and stank all year. As soon as you think that, they're going to hit you with news reports. I want you to know, here and now, you already heard it. It's less deadly than eating Taco Bell. That one, I do believe, is a fact.